Yeah, as of now, we think Devin is in pretty good shape. There was, had we advanced, there was a very good chance that he was going to be active in the NLDS. This was the type of situation, at least the way it was presenting, when it popped up, where during the regular season it's probably a 10-day rest period, and then the player bounces back. Our medical staff will keep in touch with him, and if he doesn't feel completely better, then we'll address it further. But we don't anticipate any issues there. Talking about Brett first, I think we probably got more or less exactly what we expected. If that was the level of performance we get over a full 162, I think we would have been pretty pleased with that. He would have eaten up a lot of innings. He pitched some big games for us. He got some big wins for us. So that's more or less what we were expecting from Brett Anderson. In terms of the rotation as a whole, we have what we think are two of the better starting pitchers in the National League right now, in Woody and Corbin Burns. Adrian Hauser at times showed flashes this year, and he built off of what was a really nice finish to 2019 for him. But there's an element of consistency there that we need to see going forward. And he knows that, and this is a big offseason for him to come back next year to put himself in position to really anchor a starting rotation spot. And that's probably true for the back end of the rotation as well. We saw some really good performances. We just didn't quite get the consistency, the level of consistency that you would hope for 1 through 5. It does, and those three guys performed at pretty high levels. Yardley was with us all year and was one of the better relief pitchers in the National League this year. Topa came up, flashed really outstanding stuff to give us belief that he can play a role on our team next year. Rasmussen, for a rookie who really flew through a minor league system, didn't have a AAA season, came up and got big outs for us, and we believe there's more from him as well. So we feel pretty good about our pitching, and we feel like we have pitching depth and younger guys who can continue to develop and grow. I think I'd agree that our system is probably better stocked with arms at this moment than on the position player side. We do think we've got some guys with some pretty significant upside that can move. But in terms of that immediate Keston Hira like impact position player, you're right that we're probably a little ways away from that. Yeah, I think one of the benefits of having those younger guys there is they got to compete against major league quality talent in certain circumstances. So you had really young guys competing against guys who would otherwise be in the big leagues or AAA in a normal season. So Antoine Kelly had a really nice summer. I think he did a really good job up there. He learned, he grew consistently, was thought of as one of the better arms up there. I thought Bryce Terang did a really nice job up there, competing against some very advanced pitching. So those would be two guys that jump out immediately as players who I think really use the time in Appleton, young players who use the time in Appleton to their benefit. Orlando did a nice job, and he improved his zone control. He started swinging at strikes some more, swung at balls less. He took more consistent at bats throughout the course of the season, and I think that was an important step for Orlando. And I think it's also important that we continue to remember, that Orlando continues to remember that's a defensive position first, and we certainly need offense there, and we need competitive at bats. But we're certainly counting on that position to be a really quality defensive position. This was tough timing for everyone. I think someone in Corey's case, it was specifically tough timing. And we saw that with the performance this year. We saw that with the velocity, where there were times where the velocity was right where we thought it would be, and there were times where it was a little bit less. So we're going to have to make a decision regarding Corey and how he plays into our bullpen in the future. What the right move is for us, what the right move is for Corey, and we've got some time on that. We've got the first week of December, and so that's something we'll work through over the next couple months. Yeah, I think we missed Lorenzo quite a bit. The energy, the quality of play. There were times over that last week, or over the 2 games in LA, where a big at bat popped up that potentially could have been Lorenzo's at bat, depending on where it was in the order. And so you thought about him, and I think we're all going to be looking forward to getting him back next year.